My name is Dylan Rogers, and I am trapped inside the BENDY online community. There's crazy things going on here. Animations, songs, weird fan art, but there's something more. There's something even greater than all those going on in work here. And I have a theory on all of it.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to this video. I am the Inky Theorist. I have temporarily taken control of HitRayTry's channel to bring you my absolute theory on the final chapter of BENDY and the Ink Machine. We will be diving into this chapter thoroughly through all of the evidence that's been released to us so far by the Meatly and Joey Drew's Twitter, YouTube, and others and such. Let us begin our descent. The first thing I'd like to go over here is the trailers, because obviously those are going to give us a lot more info than most other things. Now, the first trailer, the in-production trailer, starts off with Alice and Angel first asking, "Henry, why are you here?" And then Henry just responds, I'm going after that ink demon. No, but in all seriousness, he says the ink demon has something that they need. In most likelihood, this means that the ink demon possesses the thing they need to stop this ritual that Henry started. Might I add, Henry, why would you turn on the ink machine in an abandoned studio that looks like everyone was murdered and stuffed in locked rooms? We also then see that we are floating on a river, which means we could be getting on a boat sometime in this chapter, which is supported by the next trailer. In the next trailer, it opens to one of Joey Drew's recordings. His "Belief Can Make You Powerful" recording, along with a giant sign saying, "What am I, and we're not monsters," along with a bunch of handprints. As we can see, some of them have 4, 3, and 5 fingers. This is obviously marks of his experiments with the ink machine, as he got closer and closer and closer to finally perfecting his creations until he himself could turn himself into an immortal being. Next, we see a boat, which then proves the theory that we will be swashbuckling and pillaging some stuff as pirates. Then, we see BENDY hanging out near the halls. That tells me that BENDY might possibly be once again roaming around in this chapter, but it would seem unlikely since we would eventually have to come to a final confrontation with him. But being that this is the final chapter, we are more than likely going to see more of him in this chapter than any of the other chapters before. We then see that the Lost Ones are attacking Alice Angel, meaning that the Lost Ones, as mostly stated in Chapter 4, do not like Alice. They clearly state that they hate angels. Therefore, they would attack what they presume to be the bad Alice, but is actually the good Alice. Meaning the Lost Ones might be a type of enemy in this, but there have been several things to prove that they might not as well. Some of them might be docile, as long as Alice isn't around. Like, for instance, there was a screenshot just released today at the time of me recording this that shows that one of the Lost Ones will be fishing. We'll get into that later when we go to the screenshots portion. As for now, let's move on to the next part of our theory. So, over the past 3 weeks, the Meatly Games has been releasing audio logs leading up to the release of Chapter 5. Each of these audio logs is from Henry, talking about him being imprisoned by 2 ink monsters. We can only assume that this being Alice and Angel and the Boris we see at Chapter 4. He says that they don't know what to make of him, so that probably means that they're not evil. They just don't know if he's a threat or not. He also mentions that he's been drawing in his spare time to keep himself from going insane, which you can kind of hear he is a little bit, with his crazy theories and all this that he's talking about, like how he's like, there's crazy things going on down here, and how he believes there's something more going on. We also believe that he's starting to lose hope of getting out as he starts reminiscing about Boris. This, of course, means that he truly valued Boris's friendship. He clearly states that he couldn't have saved him, and that he feels regretful for having to kill him, but he had no other option. Next, he says that one of the captors saw him talking into this. They probably overheard the things that he was saying, and then decided, hey, he's pretty good, let's let him out. But what I believe is that since we only see Allison Angel, she will be the one letting him out. The Boris clone, from what I could tell, seems to be the character in the game Thomas Connor, one of the repairmen at the studio, whom, from his audio logs we can gather, was a very grumpy, mistrusting man, so he probably doesn't trust Henry as easily as Allison does. As far as I can tell, from what I know from the achievements list, Boris will join you later on to help you in your journey. The next thing to address is screenshots. As of the point of me recording this, a total of 4 screenshots have been released by the Meatly Games for the Chapter 5. Let's take a look at the first one here. What's in the boxes? This could possibly mean that we will have to find certain items in certain boxes while avoiding enemies in order to find ways across certain areas. This could also mean that we are going to be finding audio logs in these boxes that reveal hidden truths that we had no idea of before. Or it could be some secrets that we don't even know about yet. Another screenshot is this one, with the hashtag, "The studio is falling apart." This is clearly meaning that we are going to probably be having to escape the studio as it's collapsing around us, such as we did in Chapter 1, but we fell through the floor instead. This time, we'll actually be able to get out as the studio is collapsing around us. The next screenshot is this one. It's with the hashtag, "It's time to meet the boss." As we can see, there is clearly a giant sign up there that says Joey Drew with a star above it. This tells me that Joey saw himself as a star, meaning he thought he was the main man, star of the show, had an ego the size of a mule. What we can also see is an ink puddle beneath the door. We can assume that this means that some inky stuff has happened in there, as most of the area doesn't have ink anywhere. Next to his door is a giant poster of Bendy, one of the first posters we ever saw in the game. Does this mean that there could be a secret Bendy waiting behind the door? Possibly a jump scare. My more likely theory is that we won't actually meet Joey, but we will find an audio log from him explaining some stuff. That or it will lead to a large area where we could finally face off against Bendy in a one-on-one fight. The last screenshot is this. It's a lost one, fishing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This could tell us more about how we're going to be going on a boat and stuff, but that doesn't help us much. The only thing that could tell us is that whatever he catches will try to kill us, which with Henry's luck would make the most sense. As for the letters, this time the message has spelt out, "Bendy holds close, your way out." This tells me that this means Bendy is stopping us from leaving at any cost. Why? I have no idea, but let's compile all the evidence together right now. From what we've seen here, I can definitely surmise that we will be traveling through a very, very dark area of the studio, probably where a society of lost ones has been created to help them survive. Probably walking through this society, we will be attacked by the lost ones, as we are seen being accompanied by Alice Angel. We will have to fight them off, and eventually probably either kill them, or just keep them at bay long enough for us to escape. We will more than definitely eventually come to what appears to be a very, very non-inky area of the studio, more than likely where Joey or Bendy has been this whole time, trying to finish whatever master plan he has. My final theory for the game is that we will go through this society finding pieces of evidence to explain the rest of the story to us, whether that be from audio logs or lost ones who can actually talk. Alice Angel will more than likely accompany us, and Boris, I'm not too sure. I think he might accompany us later, but I don't think he's going to trust us first off. We are eventually going to obviously make it to this area, probably alone, since it seems like we're going to have to fight Bendy all on our own. Once we fight Bendy and either defeat him or destroy the ritual, the studio will more than likely start collapsing as the magic that was used to hold this place up after all these years is finally ended, and we will have to escape before the studio completely collapses on us. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this final theory. I know I enjoyed making it, definitely. It was one of the most fun things. And can I just say for a moment here that Bendy has been one of the most fun games I have ever played. It is what introduced me to horror games, and I cannot wait to see what its future is after Chapter 5, since, you know, the Meatly has already confirmed something more is coming after Chapter 5. But first, we'll have to wait to see what they release next that isn't Bendy related. If you like this video, hit the like button right down below. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing Bendy-related content, Let's Plays, and a bunch of other great stuff. Follow me on Twitter, and join my channel Discord if you're interested. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for my Bendy Chapter 5 playthrough. Thanks for watching.